Welcome back, one and all, to Let's Play Shadowrun Returns. Last time, we explored the NTSB warehouse with Shannon Halfsky to investigate her brother's murder. Now we're on our way back to the Seamstresses Union. After hours, when you return to the Seamstresses Union, it's in the early hours of the morning. It seems a completely different place, bereft of the normal crowd that haunts it. The bar feels desolate, almost abandoned. It's eerie, like the back hallways of hotels and shopping malls. But you finally have a break in your case, a sample of the Ripper's blood. You just need to find someone to help you analyze it. Well, I think either the Dock or Dresden. But no one at the bar. Is that Johnny Clean? Mrs. Kubota's in the back. Nah, that ain't Johnny Clean. Hey, I just swept there. Yeah. Oh, there's Cherry Bomb, Mr. Clueway. Gathered around the intimate back bar, Mrs. Kubota and her coterie gather for breakfast, with the lady herself doing the cooking. The smell of soy calf and something resembling sausages fills the room. So we got Coyote, we got Cherry Bomb, and we got Mr. Clueway. Let's talk to Clueway. Evening, ma'am. What's the word around town, Mr. Clueway? Been a lot more talk of the Ripper killings. Some say people are saying they're hate crimes on account of the victims all being human. Well, what if I told you the prime suspects were an elf and a troll? Still doesn't mean the killings are racially motivated. People are just too quick to label something a hate crime. Check the census. The city is still 66% human. Close your eyes and throw a rock. You're more likely to hit a human. Doesn't make it a hate crime. Still a crime, though, and that should be enough. This is the first real rise you've seen out of Mr. Clueway, but he reins himself in with a roll of his thick shoulders and a smoothing of his jacket. Don't worry, not gonna start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. No, I didn't realize Mr. Clueway was worked up. Let's talk to Mrs. Kubota. Ohio, would you like some? Forgive me, Ame, but you look like hell. Thanks, that's just the welcome I was looking for. She looks you over, noting the signs of your nocturnal activities. She nods. Any run you can walk away from is a good run. I agree. Good to be back in one piece. It is good to have you back. I can tell you've been busy, and I can see by the look on your face there's something you need. Is this about the Ripper? Yep, I found some DNA evidence, and I need help analyzing it. That is excellent. I will unlock the piano so you may go downstairs. I am certain someone in the safe house will be able to help you if they are awake. It is likely that you will visit the Matrix before the day is done. Can I have a sausage? Take the whole plate. Nom, 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 nom. Confirm. You've been doing a lot of legwork on this job, but it's going to require a trip to cyberspace and back to ID the Ripper. The Matrix, the cybernetic analog inside the grid, the worldwide computer network. Digital world, information brought to life inside cyberspace. Your avatar does all the work while your meat body's left behind. All around your avatar are pathways to other nodes filled with data, IC, counter-intrusion programs, and other jacked-in runners. Cyberspace has many dangers as many dangers as the meat world and more. Locked doors, security countermeasures, and black IC that can fry a Decker's brain. No joke. You go down in combat against a black ice. Your runner, your Decker, goes into a coma. If they're lucky. Every movement you make in the Matrix can be tracked if you aren't careful. Get dump shocked out and your brain gets fuzzy for a bit. Get hit by an enemy Decker, and you can die. Hey, Johnny. Johnny. I got a job for you, Johnny. Morning. You look like you've been up all night. You look like you've seen some action, too. Where's Doc Castle? Sleep, I assume. You need a med kit or something? I need someone to analyze the DNA sample. Doc Castle's equipment isn't really set up for that. However, I could employ a semiconductor chip. It could decode DNA using a voltage charge instead of light. That would eliminate the use of highly expensive equipment that would be required otherwise. I just read a journal about it, so the information's still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about it? The owner's identity. Ah, that's beyond me. All I can get you is the gene code sequence. But that's where I come in. David, if you can get me that code sequence, I'm pretty sure we can track its owner down via a matrix run. Will do. Let me have the DNA you want to test. Here you go, Fry. Hexa, when David gives me the blood sequence, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. Whiz, get to work. A question, if I may, whose? I think it's the Rippers. No, Drek? Ooh, wake up, Johnny boy, you've got work to do! And hexadecimal, if you need any gear, I'll be right here. I got a second wind. Meet you at my rig, Hex. Nice. Need some hardware or software? I'll take a look. Alright, so this is our deck and software. We are not a decker though. Huh, okay. Expert system programs are consumables. And we have Killjoy, Blaster, you know, attack programs. Medic for healing your persona. Shield for shielding. Alright, well, I don't really have the money or the interest. Oh, there's Van Gra. Let's go see him sell our pay data. Got something for me? I've got a flight recorder. Wouldn't happen to be an Ares flight recorder, would it? Haha. I can get rid of it for you for, say, 20%. Leaves 2K for you. Done. Pleasure doing business. Yeah, I might have other things to sell to you, too. Can I sell other stuff? No? Okay. Johnny. Thanks to the semiconductor-based gene sequencing system that David employed, we should have the information we need to track the Ripper in the Matrix. I'm really impressed with his results, considering it was his first attempt. He was utilizing an unproven technique he'd read about in a science journal, and he was working from memory on minimal sleep. Sounds fascinating. If there's time later, maybe you can tell me more about it. Yes, maybe we could sit down with David and share his research, but let's stay focused. Sarcasm. That was sarcasm. Completely lost. Here's what I'm thinking. We hit Lone Star DNA database first, see if our donor has prior criminal record. They have extensive DNA archives, then we can go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks and jack into the Matrix. I can get you into their private grid easily, but I've got to warn you, once we're in, it could get a little rough. How much decking experience have you had? None? What? I have a Trode net here. It's a headband you wear that lets you piggyback me in the Matrix. You'll see and hear everything I do. Cool. Alright, so here's Johnny Clean. We're jacking in. Your synapses light up as you connect your consciousness to the digital world. Although you aren't jacked in like Johnny, the sensation is overwhelming and electrifying. You can only imagine the way it feels for him. The arch will take us to the next node. Okay. There's his persona. There's the Lone Star data store. The data store head is defended by intrusion countermeasures. Alright. Don't know what a white ice is. Medic sniffer. See no reason not to use this. Okay. Alright, killer on the white ice. Can I just straight up attack it? Yeah. Ooh. Alright. Medic. I'm guessing IP is integrity points. Is this the alarm? I mean, that's our emergency out, I think. Alright. Hit the sentry. It's defending that, other IC. Pretty hardcore. Alright, use the killer. Missed. Do I heal up? I think so. Alright, IC is down. Check for a match on the fingerprint. Nice. Silas Forsberg, status deceased. Chop shop surgical assistant. 2 counts of B&E. 1 count for public indecency. Brought in for questioning on accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges filed. Huh. Let's keep looking. Indeed. Medic is still on cooldown. I'm not sure what that is. Got 2 more hits on the name Silas Forsberg. Autopsy records. Ah, that's my facing. Alright, let's heal ourselves. And then... use the sniffer. And then a killer on that. Alright, that IC is suppressed. See if we can suppress this one. Good. Alright. Autopsy records. Subject was found overdosed on a half-dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in his system. Face was mutilated, possibly self-inflicted. Identity could not be confirmed immediately due to the disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm. No next of kin. Large puncture wounds were found in several places on the body, possibly large-bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed the smell and called the police when nobody answered the door. Interesting. That is weird. Alright, let's hit this note then. A Newsnet archive. Got a sentry ice over there. Ooh, they're moving in tight. Alright, let's see if I can clear this guy out. And then I can go over here, get... Nope! That was dumb. Misclicked. Alright. Well, I guess since we're here... No sense in using the sniffer ability. And since you're just going to be buffing that guy, let's get you out of the equation here. And then let's get Johnny down here. Alright. Killer on that. Alright, or not. It's cyberspace. How is his line of sight blocked? There is no line of sight. Alright. Hit the Newsnet archive. Silas Forsberg, excuse me. Body of Silas Forsberg, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in Sonomish earlier this week. The body had been there for as long as a month when Forsberg's landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted authorities. Lone Star reps have issued a statement saying Forsberg's death has been ruled a suicide. What? According to reports, his body has a massive puncture wounds, and the cause of death was determined to be an overdose of anti-stress medications and sedatives. The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located, but the attorney appointed to his estate has located a will written weeks prior, leaving all his belongings to his psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns, yet another sad end to a life, as is far too common here in the Sprawl. Alright, back to meat space we go. Actually, I think you can just jack out. Sure. So here's what we know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man whose death was never explained. He worked with chop shops, which fits the living guy that you've met. Newsnet says he left his estate to his psychiatrist. Maybe finding out who his psychiatrist was will give us our next clue. My gut says we can deck into the medical board's records and reverse trace to find this doctor. You in? Let's do it! I mean... sure. Okay, that's our entry and exit point. If we don't want, you know, to give him damage. White sparky IC? What the heck is that? I don't know. Take it out. Charging. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Quickly. There we go. Alright. Come on. See if I can just finish this off. Not quite. Alright, step over here. Hit it. Thank you. Searching medical records. Medical records file located. 2020 to 2030. Pediatric record, partial. One particular pediatrician's entry stands out from the rest. Child suffers from a chronic depression and social anxiety, most likely caused by his physical abnormalities. We've seen many cases like this recently, with the outbreak of changeling children being born. With the aberrant physiology we're seeing, there is no telling what sort of brain functions are affected. Prescribed a series of sedatives last year that seem to have no effect, upping dosage. 2030 to 2040, data missing or corrupted. 2040 to present. File is large, takes well over an hour to read through. The final entry is the most significant, written by Dr. Henry Holmes. Silas has overcome significant mental disorders and no longer goes through periods of violent episodes. Latest medications have proven especially effective, but I believe that being treated by another elf has significantly impacted his treatment. Unfortunately, my efforts to maintain an emotional boundary with him have proven challenging. He has bonded to me in an unhealthy and frankly an unnerving way. His hero worship exhibits itself in the form of mimicked speech patterns and adopting my dress. For this reason, and for the health of the patient, I am assigning another doctor to his case. I will inform him at the next session. Leave database. Well, let's go find Dr. Holmes, shall we? Huh. Okay. Black ice, white ice. Let's get into cover. See if we can deal with this white ice first. Okay. Killer is not on cooldown. I want to use my last point to get into cover over here. Okay. Come on. Come on, Johnny, we can do this. Nice. Employment records located. Henry Hollings Holmes, MD, PhD. Where is he currently employed? Chief Psychiatrist and Administrator, Mercy Mental Hospital, Sonoma, Washington, UCAS. Previous employers. 2045 to 54, Psychiatrist in Residence, Mercy Medical Hospital. 2040 to 2045, Attending. 2030 to 2040, Private Practice. Alright. Time to go. Reality is at the end of the day contextual, and as the meat world comes back into focus, your head once again tries to settle on which world is the real one. While the philosophical question lingers, your meat body demands food and drink. You disconnect from your deck to find that the Union safe house has risen. Johnny's still KO'd from our last adventure. Despite the hour, Buster is fastidiously put together in another wrinkle-free suit. He shows every indication that he's been up for hours, sunk to his elbows in a dozen crates, each containing objects of sinister matte black hidden beneath curls of straw-colored packing foam. The foam flies about as he inventories the shipment, clinging to every surface except for Buster's immaculate suit. Just in time, I've got a whole slew of new toys in from a supplier back east. In fact, they're fresh and still smelling of their mother's gun oil. Maybe there's something in this batch you'd be interested in. How long you been in the trade, Buster? Well, let's see here. I left Cal Free on July 8th, 2038 at 6:13 in the morning. It was a Thursday. From there, I wandered a bit, applied my skills as a merc in half a dozen different wars, official or otherwise. Never did take to run in the shadows like some of the boys I knew. Too subtle for my tastes, I suppose. Surely there was no shortage of full-scale engagements to be had, so I didn't want to work, or I didn't want for work. Might still be doing it today if I hadn't lost the arm. How did you lose it? It was all so stupid. Some Hazzies were lobbing smokers behind our lines more to mess with us than anything. I decided to toss one back. And didn't it just figure that the one I grab ain't a smoker? I got it off, but only just barely shredded my old arm, but good. Got plenty of other scars to remember the moment by as well, but the arm was the big one. So take a word of advice from an old soldier. Make sure you're never holding a grenade in one hand unless you just pulled the pin with the other. Now, if I haven't given you reason to doubt my professional competence, how about we talk turkey? What can I get you? Let's see what you got. Alright. Let's see here. Got upgrades for our pistols. I want that Browning max power. Thank you very much. Let's see. Cavalier Deputy, that's a revolver. More damage. But less combat options. Well, it's a little cheaper than the Browning max power too. I don't know. Let me think about that for a few minutes. Shotguns. What do we got? Remington 990. Mossberg CMDT. Alright. Remington 990 is just purely better. Mine. We are going to sell our Black Scorpion. We are going to sell our Street Sweeper. We are going to buy those. Thank you, TB. Mersman, you probably have new armor. Ganger Mask. Taking off a dead ganger, which seemed like a good idea at the time. Refurb UCAS Shock Gear. Armor 6. Strength +1, HP +5. I think I'll go with the Ganger Mask. Honestly. Boost in a significant boost in armor. And the quickness. And the extra HP ain't bad either. I'll keep a hold of the ninja suit for now, though. Don't care about the mage stuff. Not really needing any Decker supplies. Doc Castle. I don't think she has anything I need at the moment. Because I don't believe I used any of my medkits. I did not. But before we end the episode, let's go ahead and spend our karma. Alright. So. Go ahead and get a couple points of a shotgun. Get a bonus point of body, I think. Alright, what else do we got? Bonus dodge. And then I think we'll get one more point of close combat so we can unlock the pommel strike. Do I want to take unarmed? Or do I want to take a point in... Let's take another point in throwing weapons. And you know what? Let's take away that point of shotgun. And unlock a new etiquette. Let's go... Academic. No. Street. Yeah, let's go street. Alright. But that is all we have time for in this episode of Let's Play Shadowrun Returns, Dead Man Switch. I'm the Arcane Rogue, and if you like this episode, let me know by leaving a like and a comment. And, if you're new here, please consider subscribing so you don't miss future episodes. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.